Hello everyone, Fanta here, you're watching FANTAVISION. Yes, I'm back in the old office. I've moved back. You know, the plague may continue on, but I must as well. So, what are we talking today? Well, today we're talking about a topic that I randomly brought up back in the game collecting video, and a couple of you in the comments said, hey, I'd like to have that covered. So let's go ahead and talk about some non-topical thing that not a whole lot of people care about, because that's the way to get views, right? Anyway, let me quickly go over the history, the very short history of Steelbooks, and whether or not there's something that we should even care about, and what I feel about Steelbooks. Their first Steelbook came out back in 2004 for the original Killzone game for the PlayStation 2. They've just continued to be this sort of staple with collector's editions of movies, and for certain editions of video games. And they always command about a $10 or $15, sometimes even $20 extra price tag to said video game or movie. Now, sometimes you can get a deal. Like, for instance, I got all of the Star Wars movies. They were like $10 each. And at the time, if you were to buy these without the Steelbook, they were about the same. Now, I don't remember exactly what these came with on the Blu-rays themselves, and we'll go over that because that's definitely an issue. Now, what exactly is a Steelbook, in case you don't know? Steelbook is this metal case right here, and they're all made by the company that called them Steelbooks. I mean, this is not some unofficial name for them. That is the name of their brand, Steelbook. And let's go just look at the website real quick. What is a Steelbook case? Simply put, it is the world's most prestigious and highly sought-after collectible packaging for home entertainment media, such as Blu-ray and games. First of all, what other collectible type of casing is there? Prized by fans and collectors for its iconic design, luxurious finish, and ability to showcase artwork. A Steelbook edition is a premium metal case that represents the ultimate way to store your favorite movies and games. But is it? Because if you think about it, a Steelbook case is way less durable than just a plastic case. Now, if one of my plastic game cases gets destroyed, I can just go out and get another plastic game case pretty easily. I'm not going to tell you my methods on how I do it, but it's pretty easy. With this, however, these are very easily scratched. These can be dented. In fact, all of these cases are pretty dented. They have some dents on them, and I take really good care of my stuff. The problem is, if I loan it to someone else, they might not take as good of care as I do with my cases, because to them it's just a case. And it is. That's exactly what it is. It's just a case. Another problem, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's no detail on here. Like, I love the artwork. It really does look amazing on these. Oh, this is a little bit low res, but usually the artwork is amazing on these. Like, the Stormtrooper helmet looks awesome on here. But is it worth sacrificing the ability to know what special features are on here? How long's the movie? What's it rated? There's no info, and on the inside there's no manual or anything. There's absolutely nothing to tell me anything about this movie. I just know it's Star Wars. The Empire Strikes Back. That's all I know. I guess it should be enough for most people, but to me, I like to know what are the special features, what else is on this disc. And a lot of them, the solution, and I like this solution a lot, but it is not the main thing. The solution is to have this plastic covering over it, which video games have to have, and then you just slip it off, and then you've got the full art, and it looks amazing. But without this plastic slipcase, you don't have any of the information you need, and you don't have no way of protecting those Steelbooks. And oftentimes, even some video games do this, they don't have the plastic sleeve, and they don't have any information for it. The only thing they come with is like this cardboard thing that is glued to it initially, and then you lose it. And that's an issue. So you no longer have that information you had before. You have a case that is less durable than a plastic case and more likely to get ruined. And because of that, I still don't know why I like these things. I will occasionally, when I worked at GameStop, I would go out of my way to try to get as many Steelbooks as possible. I would buy games just because they had a Steelbook, and if it was a good condition Steelbook and it was used, I would buy it because I was an idiot. Now I don't lean towards it as much, But if it's like a little bit extra, my brain, my stupid monkey brain is still like, oh, but shiny though. I still want that thing because it's different. It's different from the other things out there, and it'll look slightly different on my shelf. Speaking of my stupid monkey brain, look at this. I pre-ordered Doom Eternal for the PC because I really wanted that Steelbook, and I've got GCU, but that's irrelevant. I still pre-ordered it for the Steelbook because I'm stupid, and guess what? Of course, because it's the PC edition, there's no actual disc in here. It's just the plastic thing. That's not a disc. That's like cardboard with a key on it. I mean, you can tell on your shelf if you've got Steelbooks, but at the same time, it doesn't look that much better. It really doesn't. The cost and the inconvenience of Steelbooks make them completely pointless. And I've seen, as I was researching this, because I researched this for some reason, a lot of people are wondering if this sort of trend is going to die out. But I don't know that it will. It's funny because I keep thinking about it and I keep thinking, well, it's probably going to die out. It's probably not going to be a thing anymore. But everyone is kind of like me. They still got that monkey brain going on. They still want shiny object. They still want premium packaging, even though it does not affect the product at all. What I would prefer that they bring back, instead of the Steelbook case being the premium item, what I would prefer is, I bring this up all the time, The Witcher 3. What they did with The Witcher 3 is what I feel like every premium game should do. And the thing is, this Witcher 3, this is not even the Game of the Year edition. This is not a collector's edition. This is just the base game. And it came with a note thanking me for buying the game. Okay, that's crazy. Stickers that you can put on your console, computer, or whatever. A map of the whole game. We're still not done, guys. This is insane. I completely forgot how much was in here. A Witcher Universe Compendium, which doesn't have to be in every game, because not every game has like some crazy-ass universe, but still. A game manual. Now, game manuals I have talked about time and time again that I want these to come back, because they're such a great addition to the game. They help introduce you to what you need to do. It's a quick way to reference what button does what. As I hit the mic again. I think that game manuals need to come back. And now this is another thing that I don't see in anything except for ultra premium editions, and that's the soundtrack. This comes with 31 songs on it from the soundtrack. That's insane to me. And this was all in the regular edition. Now, would I rather have all of that or a metal case? And what's in the metal case? Let's just take a look. Now, this is, mind you, from the ultra premium super special deluxe edition. Looks great, like the art, looks really good, Persona 5. And what do we get? We get a white plastic health and safety warning and a big old dose of go fuck yourself, because there's no manual, there's no stickers, there's no soundtrack, which for this game would be awesome. I would love the soundtrack for this game. But you don't get that. You get nothing. I don't think Steelbooks are going to go away. I do think they're stupid, but I also think they're really cool. I think going back to things that will actually help you with the game, things that you can look at and reference for the game itself, I think that's a lot more valuable than just a metal case. And I feel like that should be the standard for ultra collector, super special, spectacular editions, not just a metal book. And some games do come with that, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the time it is just the metal case. You get nothing else in the box. Let's take a look at the Yakuza Steelbook edition. And this was literally the only thing that was different. And the cool thing about this, though, you do get the bag of dicks, only safety warning thing. But the cool thing about this Steelbook edition is they just launched the game like this. And I think that's a great way to try to get people to buy your game day one, because it's not locking away. In fact, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to revise my statement here. I think Steelbooks should be the norm, but they should be the norm for the physical copy of the game day one. There should be no pre-order DLC. There should be no pre-order content locked behind walls. This is the pre-order thing. This is the thing that gets customers to go out and buy your physical copy day one. And I think that should be the future. This right here should be the future, because it it encourages people to spend that $60 right away, which is when you're going to make the most money anyway. And it also rewards people that still want, you know, this cool artwork, this cool case, and want to add it to their collection. And because they're going to add that to their collection, because they have that special bond with the packaging, they're going to want to do the same thing for your next game that comes out so they can complete the collection. They don't want just like, you know, metal and then plastic. It looks not as good. And if they're anal about that sort of thing, they're going to want the metal game. They're going to want to buy that game for $60 again the next time when it first comes out. So like I said, overall, there's nothing wrong with Steelbooks. They're definitely not something that's wrong with the industry, whether it comes to movies or video games. I think they're an interesting alternate packaging, and sometimes they're really overpriced. Sometimes they're the same price. It's just an interesting way to collect things. It's another thing for people to collect. My only real gripe with Steelbooks is that I just wish that they would standardize these things and put the slipcase on it instead of the cheap cardboard or paper thing over on top of it with glue. Because you're gonna lose it like I did with all my Star Wars movies. People aren't gonna hold on to that, and you're not gonna have that extra info anymore that is present on a normal box. You should have no possible way of the normal box ever being better than the super premium ultra deluxe edition that the website here is selling. So thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about Steelbook packaging, and if you want me to do more random topics that nobody's asking for and that are just really not that topical. We'll see how this video does. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to make it because I saw a couple comments coming in even way after that video was made saying, hey, I want to see that Steelbook video. Here it is. Like the video if you guys liked it, subscribe for more content, and as always, have a fantastic day. See you guys.